Welcome to US Numismatics Hub, where ordinary pocket change can turn into a jaw-dropping discovery. What if I told you that a simple state quarter in your hand right now could be worth thousands? Sounds unbelievable, but it's true. Stay with me, because today we're uncovering a rare state quarter that might completely change the way you look at your spare change forever. Top 1 today, we're uncovering the fascinating story behind the 2008 Alaska State Quarter. This coin may look like simple pocket change, but for dedicated collectors, certain examples of this quarter are powerful symbols of rarity, beauty, and hidden value. Listen very carefully, because this is one coin story you don't want to miss. Released in 2008 as part of the famous State Quarters program of the United States of America, the Alaska Quarter celebrates the rugged spirit and natural beauty of Alaska, the largest and one of the most awe-inspiring states in the nation. Alaska became the 49th state in 1959, and its quarter design reflects strength, wilderness, and survival in one bold image. On the reverse of the coin, a massive grizzly bear stands beside a leaping salmon, capturing the raw power of Alaska's wildlife and its deep connection to nature. Above the scene appears the state motto, "The Great Land," a simple phrase that perfectly describes Alaska's vast landscapes and untamed spirit. The obverse features the familiar portrait of George Washington, linking this modern collectible to centuries of American coinage tradition. While millions of Alaska quarters were produced at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, most were released directly into circulation. That's where the story becomes interesting. Coins that passed through everyday use often picked up scratches, nicks, and dull surfaces. Finding a 2008 Alaska quarter today in pristine, uncirculated condition with full mint luster is far more difficult than many people realize. These top-condition coins are the foundation of serious collector value. Condition alone can dramatically affect worth. Coins graded at the highest levels by professional grading services are extremely rare. Only a tiny number of Alaska quarters achieved near-perfect strikes, sharp details on the bear and salmon, and clean, unmarked fields. These elite examples stand far above ordinary circulated coins and immediately attract attention from advanced collectors. Even more exciting are mint errors, which transform an already beautiful coin into a true numismatic treasure. Some 2008 Alaska quarters were struck off-center, creating dramatic and visually striking designs. Others display double-die errors, where parts of the lettering, date, or design elements appear doubled due to misalignment during the minting process. Clip planchets, where a portion of the coin is missing and strike-through errors caused by debris interfering during production, are also known to exist. Each of these errors is unique, making the coin one of a kind. Collectors love error coins because they represent rare moments when perfection slipped just slightly at the mint. These mistakes were never meant to leave the facility, which makes surviving examples incredibly desirable. When an error coin is combined with high-grade condition and strong eye appeal, the value can rise dramatically. Eye appeal is another critical factor. Coins with bold details, a strong strike, smooth surfaces, and bright original luster are far more desirable than dull or heavily marked examples. Proof versions, struck with special care and mirror-like finishes, are even rarer when found in flawless condition. Perfect proofs with deep contrast between the frosted design and mirrored background are among the most admired pieces in the entire State Quarter series. For collectors, the 2008 Alaska State Quarter represents more than money. It is a symbol of adventure, history, and the thrill of the hunt. Many valuable examples are still hidden in old coin rolls, forgotten collections, or even everyday change. Most Alaska quarters are worth only face value, but the rarest ones, those with exceptional condition or dramatic mint errors, exist in a completely different world of value. And now comes the moment every coin lover waits for. While the average 2008 Alaska State Quarter is worth just 25 cents, an ultra-rare, flawless, top-graded example with a significant mint error has been known to reach an astonishing value of $87,000. Top 2, we're traveling to the Golden State to explore one of the most fascinating modern quarters ever released, the 2005 California State Quarter. At first glance, it may seem like just another coin in circulation, but certain rare examples of this quarter have captured the attention of serious collectors and sparked excitement across the numismatic world. So listen very carefully, because this small piece of metal could hold a surprisingly big story. Released in 2005 as part of the 50 State Quarters program, the California Quarter honors the 31st state to join the Union. California is known for its rich history, gold rush legacy, innovation, and natural beauty. The reverse design beautifully captures that spirit. It features naturalist and conservationist John Muir standing proudly in Yosemite Valley, gazing at the towering granite cliffs of Half Dome. A majestic California condor soars overhead, symbolizing wildlife preservation and the state's environmental heritage. The inscriptions California, 1850, and John Muir complete the design, making this coin both artistic and historical. On the obverse, the familiar portrait of George Washington connects this modern collectible to over 2 centuries of American coinage tradition. Together, both sides create a powerful tribute to exploration, conservation, and the pioneering spirit that defines California. While millions of 2005 California quarters were minted at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, most of them entered circulation and show typical wear today. Scratches, contact marks, and faded luster are common. But the real excitement for collectors begins with condition. Coins that remain in pristine, uncirculated condition with sharp details and original mint shine are far more difficult to find than many people realize. High-grade examples certified MS66, MS67, or higher are exceptionally rare. Even the smallest imperfection can prevent a coin from reaching top-tier status, which dramatically increases the value of flawless specimens. Mint errors add another layer of intrigue and rarity. Some California quarters have been discovered with off-center strikes, where part of the design is noticeably shifted. Others show double-die errors, resulting in visible doubling in inscriptions or fine details of Half Dome and the condor. Clipped planchets strike through errors from debris during the minting process, and rare wrong planchet strikes also exist. These errors transform a standard circulating quarter into a one-of-a-kind collectible that tells a unique story about the minting process. Collectors especially love dramatic and visible errors because they are easy to identify and incredibly scarce. A coin with a strong off-center strike or clear doubling combined with high-grade preservation becomes a true prize. Eye appeal plays a major role as well. Coins with crisp detail in John Muir's figure, sharp definition in Half Dome's granite surface, smooth, untouched fields, and bright natural luster stand out instantly. Proof versions struck at the San Francisco Mint feature mirror-like surfaces and frosted design elements, and perfectly preserved deep cameo proofs are highly desirable among advanced collectors. The beauty of the 2005 California State Quarter is that it is still modern enough to be hiding in plain sight. Many people overlook modern coins, assuming only older coins hold value. But rarity is not just about age, it's about condition, error, and demand. Most California quarters are worth face value, but a tiny percentage fall into an entirely different category when exceptional preservation and rare minting mistakes align. Imagine finding a coin in an old roll or coin jar that looks slightly unusual. A closer inspection reveals doubling in the lettering or a noticeable off-center strike. The surfaces shine with original mint brilliance, untouched by circulation. That is the kind of discovery that excites collectors and drives auction prices upward. And now, here is the part that truly captures attention. While the typical 2005 California State Quarter remains worth just 25 cents, an ultra-rare, flawless, top-graded example with a dramatic mint error and exceptional eye appeal has been known to reach as much as $83,000. The next time you see a 2005 California quarter, don't ignore it. Study John Muir, examine Half Dome closely, check the inscriptions, and inspect the edges. What looks like everyday change could actually be a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. Keep searching, stay observant, and remember, in the world of coin collecting, even modern quarters can carry extraordinary value when rarity and perfection come together. Top 3, we're uncovering the story behind a small but powerful piece of American history, the 1999 Connecticut State Quarter. At first glance, it may look like ordinary pocket change, but certain rare examples of this coin have surprised collectors with their incredible value. So stay with me, because this quarter carries more than just 25 cents. It carries history, artistry, and the potential for a remarkable discovery. Released in 1999 as part of the groundbreaking 50 State Quarters program, the Connecticut Quarter was one of the very first coins in the series. Connecticut became the fifth state to join the Union in 1788, and this coin proudly celebrates that heritage. Being an early release in the program makes it especially significant to collectors who appreciate first-year issues. The reverse design features the famous charter oak tree, a powerful symbol of American independence. According to legend, Connecticut colonists hid their royal charter inside this very tree in 1687 to protect it from being seized by the British governor. The design captures the massive oak spreading its branches wide, symbolizing strength, freedom, and resilience. The inscriptions Connecticut, 1788, and the charter oak complete the tribute. On the obverse, the familiar portrait of George Washington ties this historic state symbol to the nation's broader story. Millions of 1999 Connecticut quarters were minted at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, which might suggest they are common. And in circulated condition, many are. Most examples show wear, small scratches, and dulled surfaces from years of everyday use. But rarity in coin collecting is not only about mintage numbers. It's about survival in exceptional condition and the presence of rare mint errors. High-grade, uncirculated examples are far more difficult to find than many people realize. Coins that retain full original mint luster, sharp details in the oak tree's leaves and branches, and clean, mark-free fields are scarce. When professionally graded at levels like MS66, MS67, or higher, these coins become elite collectibles. Even a tiny contact mark can lower a grade significantly, so pristine pieces are extremely valuable. Mint errors make this quarter even more exciting. Some 1999 Connecticut quarters have been discovered with off-center strikes, where part of the design is visibly shifted. Others show double-die errors, creating noticeable doubling in the lettering or date. There are also examples of clipped planchets, where a portion of the coin's edge is missing and strike-through errors caused by debris during the minting process. These errors are highly collectible because they are rare and visually dramatic. Collectors are especially drawn to coins that combine multiple desirable traits: strong eye appeal, high grade, and a clear mint error. A sharply struck charter oak with brilliant luster and visible doubling in the inscriptions can instantly capture attention at auctions. Proof versions, struck with mirror-like fields and frosted designs, add another layer of desirability, particularly when preserved in flawless condition. What makes the 1999 Connecticut State Quarter so fascinating is that it represents the beginning of a collecting era. It sparked nationwide interest in coin collecting, bringing millions of new enthusiasts into the hobby. Yet, even among the millions produced, only a tiny fraction qualify as truly rare and valuable today. Imagine checking an old coin roll or a jar of change and spotting a Connecticut quarter with unusual details. A closer look reveals doubling in the text or a slightly off-center design. The surfaces shine with untouched mint brilliance. That moment, that realization, is what makes coin collecting thrilling. While most 1999 Connecticut quarters are worth face value, the rarest, flawless, top-graded examples with significant mint errors have been known to reach as much as $76,000. Top for we're exploring a modern coin that captures the beauty of America's natural wonders, the 2014 Arches National Park Quarter. At first glance, it may seem like just another quarter from everyday change, but certain rare examples of this coin have created serious excitement in the collecting world. So listen closely, because this small piece of metal could hold a surprisingly powerful story. Released in 2014 as part of the Beautiful Quarters program, this coin honors one of the most breathtaking landscapes in the United States. Arches National Park is famous for its dramatic red rock formations and more than 2,000 natural sandstone arches shaped by wind and time. The reverse design of this quarter beautifully showcases delicate arch, standing tall against the rugged desert background, symbolizing strength, endurance, and natural artistry. The inscriptions Arches, Utah, 2014, and E Pluribus Unum frame the scene, making the coin both a tribute to nature and a celebration of national heritage. On the obverse, the classic portrait of George Washington connects this stunning park design to centuries of American coinage tradition. The blend of historic leadership on one side and natural wonder on the other makes this quarter truly unique in character. Now, you might be wondering, millions of these quarters were minted, so how can any be valuable? That's where condition and mint errors come into play. Most 2014 Arches quarters entered circulation immediately, picking up scratches, contact marks, and dulling of their original shine. Finding one today in flawless, uncirculated condition with full mint luster is far more challenging than many realize. High-grade coins certified at MS66, MS67, or above are exceptionally scarce and highly desirable among serious collectors. Even the smallest surface mark can significantly reduce a coin's grade, which is why pristine examples command attention. Mint errors add another layer of rarity and excitement. Some Arches quarters have been found with off-center strikes, where the design is noticeably shifted, creating a dramatic visual effect. Others display double die errors, causing slight but visible doubling in the lettering or details of delicate arch. There are also examples of clipped planchets, where part of the coin's edge is missing and strike-through errors caused by debris during the minting process. These mistakes are rare and highly collectible because they represent unique moments when a minting process did not go perfectly. Collectors are especially drawn to coins that combine high-grade preservation with clear and dramatic mint errors. Imagine a sharply struck delicate arch with brilliant original luster and noticeable doubling in the inscriptions. That's the kind of coin that turns heads at auctions. Proof versions, struck with mirror-like backgrounds and frosted design elements, are even more appealing when preserved in flawless condition. Deep cameo proofs with perfect surfaces are considered elite examples within the series. What makes the 2014 Arches National Park quarter particularly exciting is that it's still modern enough to be hiding in everyday circulation or forgotten coin rolls. Many people overlook modern quarters, assuming they cannot be valuable. But true rarity isn't just about age, it's about condition, scarcity, and demand. Only a tiny fraction of these coins meet the strict standards collectors are willing to pay significant money for. Picture yourself examining a roll of quarters and spotting one with unusually sharp detail and brilliant shine. A closer look reveals a slight off-center strike or doubling in the lettering. That discovery could transform a simple coin into a collector's treasure. While the vast majority of 2014 Arches quarters are worth only their face value, the rarest flawless, top-graded examples with significant mint errors have been known to reach as much as $72,000. But the next time you see a 2014 Arches quarter, don't just spend it. Study delicate arch carefully, inspect the inscriptions, and check the edges for irregularities. What appears to be ordinary change could actually be an extraordinary opportunity. Keep searching, stay observant, and remember, sometimes the greatest treasures are hidden in the smallest places. Top 5, we're diving into a quarter that celebrates innovation, leadership, and American progress. The 2003 Illinois State Quarter. At first glance, it may look like just another piece of change in your pocket, but certain rare examples of this coin have captured serious attention in the world of numismatics. So stay with me, because this quarter carries more than just face value. It carries history and hidden potential. Released in 2003 as part of the popular 50-state quarters program, this coin honors Illinois, the 21st state to join the Union in 1818. Known as the Land of Lincoln, Illinois has played a powerful role in shaping American history. The reverse design of this quarter is rich with symbolism. It features a young Abraham Lincoln standing confidently in front of an outline of the state. Behind him, You can see a farm scene representing Illinois' agricultural roots on one side and the skyline of Chicago, symbolizing its industrial and economic strength on the other. The inscription Land of Lincoln proudly sits above, while 21st State and 1818 remind us of its place in American history. On the obverse, the familiar portrait of George Washington connects this modern design to the long tradition of American coinage. Together, both sides of the coin tell a story of leadership, growth, and progress, values deeply connected to Illinois' identity. Now, here's where things get interesting for collectors. Millions of 2003 Illinois quarters were minted at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, and many entered circulation immediately. As a result, most examples today show typical wear, small scratches, contact marks, and faded luster. But rarity in coin collecting often lies in condition. Coins that have survived in pristine, uncirculated condition with full mint brilliance are far more difficult to find than many people expect. High-grade examples certified at levels like MS66, MS67, or above are exceptionally scarce. Even the smallest mark can lower a grade dramatically, which means flawless specimens become highly desirable. Sharp details in Lincoln's figure, clean fields around the skyline, and strong original luster all play a huge role in value. Mint errors add even more excitement. Some Illinois quarters have been discovered with off-center strikes, where part of the design is noticeably shifted from the center. Others show double-die errors, resulting in visible doubling in the inscriptions or fine design elements. Clipped planchets, where a portion of the coin's edge is missing, and strike-through errors caused by debris during minting have also been found. These errors are rare, and collectors love them because each one is unique, a small imperfection that turns into a major collectible feature. Proof versions struck for collectors with mirror-like surfaces and frosted details are also highly sought after when preserved perfectly. Deep cameo proofs with flawless surfaces stand out as premium examples within the series. What makes the 2003 Illinois State Quarter so fascinating is that it represents both history and modern collecting opportunity. It's not an ancient coin, yet the rarest examples are already commanding impressive attention. Many of these quarters are still sitting in jars, drawers, or forgotten coin rolls. The difference between an ordinary coin and an extraordinary one often comes down to careful inspection and knowledge. Imagine examining a 2003 Illinois quarter and noticing sharp, untouched detail, brilliant shine, and perhaps a subtle doubling in the lettering. That discovery could instantly elevate a common coin into a prized collectible. While most 2003 Illinois quarters are worth only 25 cents, the rarest flawless, top-graded examples with significant mint errors have been known to reach as much as $67,000. But the next time you come across a 2003 Illinois quarter, take a closer look. Study Lincoln's image, inspect the skyline, check the lettering carefully, and examine the edges for irregularities. What seems like ordinary pocket change could actually be an extraordinary treasure waiting to be discovered. Keep searching, stay curious, and remember, in the world of coin collecting, history and opportunity often fit right in the palm of your hand.